Step right back here for me.
Look at that hand. Look at that hand. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Eric Mulder here with Code Red Conversations. Thanks for joining me today. In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to a shooting out of Kentucky. Let's read some of the details and then I will show you the video. Once again, I haven't seen this video, so I'm going to be reacting to it right along with you. I'll pause it here and there when I feel it necessary or where I feel there may be some good educational points that might be helpful to you. On February 20th, Randall Lockerbie pulled a gun on officers after he was stopped for a traffic violation on I-71 South. According to the Kentucky State Police, Officer Jacob Bolton pulled over Randall Lockerbie of Manchester, Kentucky on February 2nd. I'm not sure what date that is, February 20th or February 2nd, for speeding. Officer Sean Dooley arrived as backup. As Officer Bolton works on the paperwork, Officer Dooley speaks to Lockerbie in the pickup truck. Dooley tells Lockerbie he seems nervous and asks for consent to search the truck. We shall stop it right there and jump into this video. I don't want to give too much away.
Hey, sir. Hey, listen, my partner's working on a warning for you back there, okay, for the speed, okay? You just can't be going that fast through here. I got you.
So he was just about to be given a warning. On a totally different note, well, not totally different, but did you see that big old semi fly by during this stop? Man, I hated doing vehicle stops on highways. Couldn't stand it. Some of those trucks, some of those cars would just come way too close for my comfort. That's why I never did highway patrol, I guess.
Where's that at? Oh, okay. How you doing, sir? Hey, listen, my partner's working on a warning for you back there, okay, for the speed, okay? You just can't be going that fast through here. I got you. Where you heading, man? Where's that at? Oh, okay. I got you. We'll bring you up here. Oh, where's she live at? Where at? Hamilton. I got you. Just come up for the day, or Jamal live here just for the day?
I'm a truck driver.
Oh, okay.
I
I got you. Where at Hamilton, Jamal live?
West side.
Over on the west.
Quick note here: the position of the officer, he is from a safety perspective, he is entirely too far in the middle of the door, more towards the back of the suspect. In this area right here, if you can see the mouse on my page, you'll stand closer to this position. Why? Just from a tactics perspective. If the suspect does have a weapon, if the suspect is in possession of a weapon, it would be that much harder for him to be able to pull his gun up and get a shot out, especially considering that most people are right-handed. Being here where this officer is right now, he is placing himself directly in the line of fire. I'm not sure how this whole shooting goes down. Once again, I haven't watched the video, but his body position isn't good. And sometimes it happens. Some days we have a tendency to get lackadaisical. No officer is 100% on it every single day. But this is just a reminder out there. Watch your positioning. For those officers, for those people out there who are officers who might have gotten a little lax in their procedures during a car stop, just remember to be careful, and for any aspiring officer out there as well.
Yeah, that's just Christmas.
What time did you come up today? 10 o'clock? Okay, I got you. What's that? Past your bedtime?
Yeah, I'm old man.
I got you. Where you live at? Maybe you got a hell of a drive still. Yeah.
Truck drivers, you think it's long drive. It's a short drive.
Yeah. I got.
A lot of times, now the officers just making small talk with the guy. It could just be he's friendly. That's his personality. But also, officers will make small talk in a lot of situations like that, asking simple questions just to kind of get a read on the guy, see if he is acting suspicious or if they're acting kind of funny. They may be trying to hide something, maybe not. But but that's just one of the many tactics that police officers use.
Gotcha.
So what's the bargain at?
Yeah, absolutely.
Your ears are cold.
Yep. Yeah, he's just working on a warning. He'll be a few minutes working on
I
that
appreciate
warning.
it.
Your license, everything valid, man? Okay. Yeah, as long as your license is valid, just gonna be a warning. No court, no fines.
Them CDLs.
What's that?
Them CDLs, you've been taking from me, right?
Yep, I got you.
Hey, good.
No, I'm good, man. I appreciate it. I got you. Never been in trouble for anything before, have you, man? No, I'm good. I appreciate it. You been in trouble for anything before, man?
No, not that I know of.
Nothing you know of? You never
What
had
else that?
Yeah, that's a clear warning sign right there that something ain't right. Not that I know of. So many, and I know people get nervous when they get stopped by officers. I get it. It's not a comfortable position, not a comfortable place to be. But when a cop asks you a question like that, just be honest. Just be forthright, and things can go so much easier. So when you get a guy who says that something like "not that I know of" or repeats the question once you ask them that, it sets off red flags, and just lets you know that something ain't right. But good job on that officer, though. He's doing a very good job of asking questions.
About 5 years ago, I boo-booed a little bit.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I was up there just playing. Then took it. And ropes is about.
Yeah.
So I turned, I had to take my dad passed away in March.
Yeah.
Let me what's doing.
Yeah.
And then we went through that man.
Yeah.
And
No good?
Yeah, I'm having trouble hearing them, the vehicles, and got a mouthful of food.
I got you.
Just trying to keep what mind.
Yeah.
See, just something
Or they get you on like some stolen guns or something?
yeah, twice a year.
Oh, okay, just having a gun in a commercial vehicle? I got you.
Okay.
Not that I care, man. There's any weapons in here? I'm just curious. I would just ask.
Well, boy, it's a dangerous job, but
It's kind of the irony of it all. What's about to go down? I don't know exactly how it's going to go down, but him saying, "Yeah, it's a dangerous job. I don't have any weapons in here." Now, and that's another point I want to bring up is in law enforcement, you get lied to on a daily basis. So it's only natural for cops to be inquisitive when they come in contact with people, because you have a tendency to run into people who always want to be dishonest with you. Now, once again, I know people don't want to get in trouble, but 9 times out of 10, if you have a history, if you have a record, and you're just honest with the officer, you'll be fine. So let's see how this proceeds.
Yeah, absolutely. Who's your mom live with up there, man? She live by herself? Or she Yeah. I got you. How old are you? I'm just curious. 57. How old's your mother?
Yeah, that's not good. Now, you can have someone who has some cognitive disabilities or dysfunctions, and they can't remember their own parent's name. And I actually have friends that can't remember anything, to be honest with you. But like, someone was to ask me how old my mom was, I'd be able to tell them, like, right off the bat. Now, I might be, you could catch me and I might be off a year just because I'm not thinking straight. But he's sitting up there and he is completely clueless. So what we're seeing over and over again, what we're seeing here is the officer building a case for what looks like reasonable suspicion. the individual, the driver is just acting strange. He's talking about he lives with his mom, but he can't remember his mom's birthday. He asked him if he had any criminal history, not that I know of, but then he went into having gotten into some trouble about a few years back and having possession of a gun in a commercial vehicle. So I think the officer is just talking to the guy. Also, he's just biding time while his partner is writing a citation, a warning citation. And so he's probably just biding his time and just making sure everything's secure, safe and secure. But I think he's also starting to notice that something ain't right here.
82, 83. Gotcha. Yep. I got you. Okay, I got you. I got you.
He's still trying to figure it out, how old his mom is.
Okay, I got you. Okay, listen, man, you're not hauling anything illegal or anything in here, are you? Nothing illegal in here? No large amounts of anything you're trying to haul or anything like that? Okay, I got you. If I was to ask you consent to search the vehicle, man, would you let me search the vehicle real quick? Oh, I mean, just a yes. I got you. Okay.
Now, he asked for a consensual search. The driver said no, everything's good. Everything's fine, because he didn't have any reasonable suspicion or probable cause to conduct a search. So he asked him if it would be okay if he searched his vehicle. And once again, it's totally within his right to refuse.
What's that? What's everything in the world? What's that? Oh, I'm just asking, man. I was gonna say, I would just get you on your way. What's that? Okay, I got you. Well, listen, partner. You got a little you've had a lot of pretty nervous behavior sitting here talking to me. Okay.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, you have.
I don't feel nervous.
Okay. You know what I do for a living, man? I catch drug dealers and drug smugglers. Okay. That's what I do for a living. Okay. Okay. And I work at K9. Okay. So normally, what happens is, I'm not saying you didn't, and I'm not saying you did anything wrong, okay? But a lot of your mannerisms and gestures while you've been sitting here talking to me, okay, I'm trained to read people, okay? Okay, I'm just asking. Okay, listen, partner, I'm gonna give you your ID back here, okay? But before I let you go, okay, I believe at this point now I've got enough reason to say something. Point my canine, I'm gonna run my canine around your vehicle real quick, okay? Okay, do me a favor and step out from here real quick, okay? Just have you step right back here, okay? Run the dog real quick.
Man, that experience, as time goes on, you conduct enough traffic stops, you come in contact with people on enough occasions, you start to see patterns. That's why training and experience is so vital in law enforcement. You start to see patterns, similar patterns of behavior that demonstrate when someone might be acting somewhat suspicious. And I think as long as what he's doing is consistent with his past activities and he can articulate why he did what he did, the officer I'm speaking of, he'll be totally justified.
So step right back here, man. We'll be just a second, all right? So step right back here for me.
Look at that hand. Look at that hand.
Those 5 shots fired. Send a squad. Shots fired. Those 5. Drop the gun! Can you contact Mills 2 immediately?
Man, that was quick.
5 King units up here to shut this interstate down.
The officer's real calm. That's good.
What do you see? What do you see? I just see he's leaving in the truck. God damn. Dude, he about shot me.
It's crazy how folks are just driving by, no clue of what just went down, no clue whatsoever.
What do you see? Drop the gun! Drop the fucking gun! Show me your hands! Show me your fucking hands! Both of them! Both of them! Let's move. No, stay back, stay back. I don't know where the gun's at. Hey! He's reaching, he's reaching. Quit reaching! Stop reaching! Show us your fucking hands now!
They would be.
Show us your fucking hands!
They would be justified in firing again if he's reaching inside his vehicle, reaching on his person. Considering what just went down, they would be justified.
I can't see his hands. He's reaching, he's reaching, he's reaching. He's down. He pulled a gun on me. Don't move. Get back here. If I have you stepping up, please. Did you fire? I can't even tell you how many rounds I fired. Keep watching me. I'm watching. He had a gun. I can't see his hands no more. He's on the ground. He's right here, Sarge. Step this way. He pulled the gun on us when he got out of the truck. No, there's no one else in the car. I can't see his hands. What do you, I'd like to have a shield. Well, you want to approach? I'll leave it on you, Sarge. You want to approach? Let's approach. You got him? I'm going to grab his feet and try to drag him back. Somebody clear the right side. Hey, right side. Hey, right side.
Good communication between the officers. Very good communication between the officers.
Hey, I'm going to drag you back. Give me a drag.
Yeah, he ain't looking good.
Move anymore. I'm going to hold this, Sarge. Grab this horse.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna blur this out, y'all, just because the YouTube overlords, they try to block and take down your videos if you show graphic content. So just if it's blurred out, you'll understand why.
Grab that horse. Grab that horse.
No gun yet.
No gun. Get him in cuffs. What's that?
Billy Hillstead, shots fired.
Shots fired. Send the squad.
Shots fired.
Okay. Step right back here for me, my man.
I can't.
What's that?
I can't.
Guys, get back! Get back! No,
Man, dangerous situation, the crossfire there. But I understand that people react and they respond based on the threat that's in front of them. So scary right there. So crazy, potentially dangerous. But let me back up real quick and let's watch him getting out of the car here. Watch his hands. Watch how he moves. Because if you go back and listen to my reaction initially while watching it, I said hands because it was clear that he was reaching for something. What? We don't know. Initially, if you're there, if you're the officer on scene, you may not know. But there was a clear and present threat because he was acting suspicious, getting out of his car, and he's not, and you don't see both of his hands. man, that's dangerous. That's a serious threat right there, as we saw.
So step right back here, man. We'll be just a second, all right?
But just watch. Look right here.
Step right back.
Now, who does that? You get out of the car, you're stepping out of the car, both hands were visible, and then you start to reach behind you. Now, he could be in an average everyday situation. Someone could be reaching for their wallet, but he had already had his ID taken and given back to him. He already had his ID checked and all that kind of stuff.
Here for me, my man.
Look,
What's that?
hand's still gone. Look at this. Man, oh man. Let me read exactly how everything went down. As Lockerbie steps out of the truck, he's seen on Dooley's body cam pulling out a gun. Officers then fire shots which struck Lockerbie, who was transported to St. Elizabeth in Florence and later died. He looked pretty dead to me right then and there. But I guess maybe he wasn't officially deemed deceased. Neither officer was injured, thank goodness. The actions of the officers were lawful and in self-defense. Neither officer will face any charges, and the case is closed, according to the Commonwealth Attorney, Rob Sanders. Make sure you comment down below. What are your thoughts? Do you think this was justified? Do you think the officer wasn't aware and he should have been a little bit more safe? What are your thoughts on the overall situation? I'm glad things ended up well. Make sure you comment down below. In the meantime, stay safe, God bless, and make sure you join the conversation.